Bud, what do we have here in the basement? Is it a large box, even though it's labeled medium? Yeah. This box is almost as big as you. Look how big you are now. You're an adult cat now. Last time I weighed you, you weighed 12 pounds. I bet you weigh more than that now. You look at your big cat paws. Big cat paws. Butterscotch Bandit. That was your winning name on YouTube. Well, this video isn't all about Bud. I figured I would just put him in it because he was mewing at the door. This is actually regarding this box. So I had someone email me and they said, hey, I bought a whole bunch of stuff at Radio Shack before it went out of business. I mean, it's still technically sort of in business, but, well, you know what I mean. Are you going to jump for it? They're like, oh, I bought all the stuff at Radio Shack before it went out of business, and I'm probably just going to throw it away unless you want it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll take it. And, they wanted to remain anonymous, so just thank you to anonymous person. But, yeah, I figured we would see what's inside of the box, and I have no idea what's inside. I just know that it came from Radio Shack, so you and I will be surprised at the same time. Bud's all excited because I never let him in here. There's too much stuff for him to knock down. Alright, there appears to be a black garbage bag which contains everything. Interesting way of packing it. That's quite heavy. This is really heavy, Mary Jane. Evil Santa bag. Engineer's Notebook for Integrated Circuit Applications. This is like a Forrest M. Mims thing. Oh, who wrote it? Oh, it is! There it is! Forrest M. Mims. Of course. Oh, look, this is beautiful. Oh, man. I think I had like one of his books when I was a kid. Look at all the schematics. I might have to donate this. I might have to pay it forward with this donation. Okay, how about with switches? Oh. This is great. I love this. I can put that on my bookshelf. Holy heck. Push on, push off switch. Toggle switch. More push button switches. Micro toggle switch. More push button switches. Man, it's like every... Oh, I think what he did was he basically... Oh no. I said that I guess their gender is not anonymous. He went into a Radio Shack and basically just bought everything when they were closing out, because this looks like an entire Radio Shack's worth of switches. I think what I should do is I'll get like a little cardboard box and put things into it by category, and then I can redistribute them into my bins, because I do actually have an entire bin which is almost entirely switches. Oh, yeah, I thought this looked more modern. The iconography. Oh, it's Arduino stuff. Okay. Oh, a motor shield from Seed Studio. Cool. Ethernet shield. So these we both go on our Arduino Uno. Oh, is there a oh, nice. Arduino Mega 2560. Now, I still use Arduinos from time to time. And not the greatest poster. Looks like that subway map from New York City. The famous one from the 70s or whatever. I still on occasion use Arduinos. When I'm doing integrated stuff, I usually tend to go for I still like Atmel. I use a lot of Atmel stuff. I like their SAM line, the ARM line. Also, I like their new Tinies. Yeah, so thank you very much. Definitely use that, or pass it along to a kid, maybe. Oh, it's a solderless breadboard. Oh, it's some sort of circuit. Oh, what was he trying to make? 555 with a buzzer and whoa. Oh, looks like a relay of some kind. Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to make a buzzer or a light blinker, or I don't even know who made this, but interesting. It's like a window in the past. But yeah, look at this. This is Wishboard. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, and another one. Oh man. You know, crap. You know, we don't always get along that great, but I should probably email Karen about this, because I bet she would know a lot of people that could use some of this stuff at the hackerspace. What are those things, bud? Are those packing peanuts? Some of which are biodegradable and some of which aren't? Are you triggered by that? It's like some jars. Oh, it's like spade connectors. And random jumper wires, alligator clips. Actually, probably put this one in the garbage because this looks a little too random for me. I actually have quite a few alligator clips and cables, but these are useful. Oh wow, that's like an old school Rolaids tin. I'm guessing this guy was probably a retiree. Oh, counters! Yes! Our love is like water. A bin of bins? Everything's on a cob! Oh, it's LEDs. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Oh, those LEDs were removed from something else. Oh! Look! It's the old school LED calculator displays. Oh, that's so cool! Yeah, you know, like the old HPs and stuff from the 70s. Oh, that's so cool! I can make... Oh, here's one with a clear dome. Yeah, so what this would be, 7 segments plus decimal point, so 8. So 8 of these lines would be... no, it's the same thing on both sides because it's got plated through holes. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 digits. Oh yeah, so this would be either common anode or cathode, and then you would just light up the digits you want and then drive it with a row array, basically like break it. Okay, that's going to my keep pile. Oh, I can make my own calculator. I have some contractors coming a week from today actually to dig up my driveway in order to put in a new driveway. So I've been dropping some lines to future-proof my garage. Oh, test probes. Can be useful for like multimeters. I think I have enough of those, so I should probably create a donate box. Oh, I remember someone from the email now. He's like, now there's some boxes in there that say Cuban Cigars. And don't get excited. They're not actually Cuban cigars. Well, they were, but my dad smoked them all. Oh man, I had a Cuban cigar once. It was at MGC 2000. I don't know. It was at the old building, 2017. Nice selection of switches here. Man, it's got all type. It's got rotary, large push button. I don't even know what that is. Like a key lock switch? Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah. What is it, bud? What's that? You want me to kick you out of the room? Oh, dip switches. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and yoink those for myself. Oh wow, those are old school snap action miniature switches. Yeah, this is quite the old collection. Oh yeah, look at those. That's old school. I think I'm going to keep this. I like this. This electrical lock. Oh, these go onto computers, I believe. And then a bunch of PC computer screws. I think I might keep this for myself, even though I don't build computers that often. What you doing over there, bud? Oh, little trimmer pots. Yeah, they look the same. Okay, pot, 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 pot. Okay, so these are all pots, and the relay accidentally got stuck with them. I think I'll keep those trimmer pots. I have I have 2 bins of potentiometers. Oh, yes! More of these! I have so many of these, though. Do I really need more? Maybe someone else could use them more than I. Hey, you're attacking my chair? You're really pushing it, cat. All right, that's out. You're out of here. Is this Eurocard? No. Eurocard has pins on the end. You know, I don't know enough about these. I think these all appear to be kind of special. I think I'm going to keep those separate. Printed circuit board. That's just perf board, no copper on it. I personally bought, like, no joke, I'm not exaggerating, like 1,000 of these off Radio Shack online when they went out of business. Yeah, some ribbon cable. Ugh, it smells pretty old. That's at least from the 80s. But, you know, I could probably use it. One thing that's nice about older ribbon cable is it's much easier to separate the strands. Oh yeah, then there's this. Oh, it's oh, really stinky LED lighting. Okay, so it's direct drive. Oh man, the resin coating. Oh, like see how there's like a bulbous coating on it? Oh man, it definitely has a pungent odor. It has a strong musk. Of course, the requisite giant bag of resistors. Look at that big guy. You know, I don't know if I can really justify keeping this. Maybe I could put this into a jar and make a cool display, but like, as if I'm going to dig through this bag of resistors looking for a value. The value of the food used to create the energy you would expend looking for those resistors is far greater than the value of the resistor. Didn't Mythbusters do that once? Like, is it worth it to pick up a penny? And I think the answer was actually no. Oh, more relays. Oh, ton of relays. Oh, this is all relays. Yeah, these are all standard parts. They just get rebadged or repackaged by Radio Shack. So it's not like you don't even need the bag. You just like take the part out and then when you want to use it, look up the number. Oh my gosh, this is super old school. Deluxe metal utility cabinet. Sturdy 2-piece construction, steel cover, aluminum panels, louvered for ventilation. Well, that's a word you don't see bandied about casually these days. Removable rubber mounting feet. Taiwan, which is totally its own independent country. This is old. It's at least the 70s. Man, I'd say it's pushing the 60s. Yeah, it's this. I would guarantee this is older than I am. Wow, it's still in pretty good condition. Look at that. Yeah, it's got like a nice flake paint. Some of the old smell from the box has permeated the metal. This is just reminds me of like all those old school projects, you know, where you'd have some toggle switches, right? So, you know, you drill holes in the end of this, and then you put the toggle switches in, and then you'd make a 555 phone phreaker or something. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Man, I can't remember the last time I saw the word louvered anywhere. Rubber feet are still intact. They're probably real rubber. Oh man, it's like I just like, look at the box. The box is awesome. I feel like I want to build something with this. How do you attach things inside of it though? Because like you would drill holes in the end, like your power supply would come in here and then your switches would be here. But how do you mount the circuit boards? I guess they just kind of hang in the breeze. It's a really nice box. I'm definitely going to keep this. Oh, I just love the flake coating of this. Okay, this box is my favorite thing out of the package thus far. Oh, this is very modern Radio Shack packaging. Is it an infrared LED? White LED. Yellow, red LED assembly? What do you mean it's an assembly? Oh, it's got a... Oh, this would look perfect with that box, even though LEDs did not exist in the 60s. Look, yeah, that box has to be at least 45 years old. I mean, if it was an integrated circuit, we could just like look at the date code. Oh, that's a weird LED. Look at that one. How much do you think Radio Shack charged for those two LEDs? I bet it was like $2.50. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this on the donate pile. I already have plenty of optoelectronics. Random USB cables. I guess you can always never have enough random USB cables. A bunch of integrated circuit sockets. These are kind of random. I don't think I would actually use these. These are the kind you'd probably use with like wire wrap. Oh, Havana tobacco in aluminum tubes. Oh, yes! Cuban cigars! Oh, look. You know what that is for? That's cedar. You actually are supposed to light this on fire and then use this to light the cigar. Kind of like in the movie Hellboy, where Jeffrey Tambor's like, you can't, you know, if you light a cigar with a lighter, the fumes or whatever will affect it. So that's actually what that's for. So I guess that's Cuban cedar. Yeah, this looks like all 7.4 series logic. Oh man, you know, oh no, I just thought of a scam. I could go buy a bunch of gas station cigars and stick them in these tubes and then go to like a gas station. I guess I'd already be at a gas station in this plan. I'd go to a gas station and be like, hey, I got some Cuban cigars. Oh, how old is this box? This is probably from the 70s. It's like, yeah, I got some post-embargo cigars. It's like, you want some? And he'd be like, oh yeah, but no, the person, first of all, the first person would be like, I don't know. This seems too good to be true. But then what you do is you have another person, the shill walks up to the mark, and the person's like, oh, are you selling Cuban cigars? And you're like, yeah, I'm selling Cuban cigars. You want some? And then the shill is like, yeah, that's a great deal. Give me the cigars. And of course, that person is your accomplice. And then the mark is like, well, that person thought it was a good deal. I'm going to buy some too. Looks like a rotary joystick with a button on top. Oh, neat. Is there any markings? Okay. Oh, made in America. Whoa. Okay, well, that automatically puts this on my keep list. Oh, okay, yeah. So they've got the wiper attached and then one of the sides, which it wouldn't give you a voltage division, but it would give you a difference in resistance. Yeah, this is nice. I can make like a video game with this. And it even has the panel mount for the bezel. Oh, I still have the taste of that box in my mouth. I can't get it out of my mouth. Looks like a couple fuses and then more LEDs and more fuses. So I think I will sort these. Now let's see, for 1.25" by 1/4" fuses, that's pretty standard size glass fuse. Wouldn't one of these look great in the back of that box for whatever it is I build with it? Whatever I build has to have a 555 in it for some reason. I'm guessing this is capacitors. You know what? I'm just going to put this right into the donate pile. I already have all the capacitors I could ever need. What is this? It's got an old iPod connector on it. What is this? That's not very old. I actually got a charger just like this with my Prime Day tablet I got a couple months ago, whenever that was. Oh, they're old iPods. Oh, cool. Like, what do you call these things? Oh, this is old hard drive iPod. Oh, it still has a charge. Awesome. Yeah, 120 gigs. So this would have been a hard drive. Oh no! Oh yeah, the hard. I was listening to it. The hard drive. Oh, it must have cached the song into RAM and then turned off the hard drive. Well, that makes sense. So what happens if I advance one? Oh, it must have cached the entire album into RAM. Oh, this is awesome. Like these are actually fairly sought after. The late model hard drive iPods. Thank you so much. This is so cool. Do you actually need iTunes to load this with music? Heck, this thing has more memory than my phone does. What is this supposed to be? Well, it was made on May 14th, 1980. There's a capacitor and some sort of integrated circuit. What was the point of this? Was it a boost circuit of some kind? Also a quite old chassis base. Not sure what this would be very useful for me. Variety of project boxes. Looks like they're unused. Oh, more chassis bases. It's some sort of device. We're going to have a 2-minute teardown. What would it wait? What would it even do? It has power coming in and 2 knobs and a switch. I'm still going to take it apart. Well, I'm going to finish looking through the box first. Oh, it's an old school digital logic probe. Can't remember how to use one of these exactly. It's like I can see a low pulse when it's mostly high, or a high pulse when it's mostly low. Depends on how you set it, and then how the light blinks tells you how it works. It's probably... No, it doesn't tell you the... That's weird. There's a chart of what it all means. Maximum operating frequency, 10 megahertz. That's not too bad. I mean, I have scopes. I don't really need this, but someone might. What's this? It's like a bunch of DB25 stuff. DB Cooper stuff. DB9. It's like looks like they're doing a 2 different directions. Yeah, that would have been like a null. Oh wait, no, it's not going to the same pins. I wonder what that was for. At first I thought it was like a null data connection, because this parallel port, so it's got 8-bit parallel data. And I'm kind of on the fence with those. I think I might keep those. I don't know. Can't get the taste out of my head. Oh, wow. Tons of logic. Ooh, this is old. See, it's got... This material is disintegrating. Oh, there's stuff on both sides? There are heroes on both sides. Oh, wow. It's really going for it. See that? That's a really old... Motorola 6805. Wow, that's old school. Like you can tell by the way the die is set up. A lot of 83s, 84, 1980. Oh, and 8088. Okay, everyone knows what that is. I wish I could have been there, Junior. There were rats, Dad. Big ones. Junior, I'm scared of rats and you're scared of snakes. Maybe your son, Mutt Jones, won't be scared of anything. He's not my son. Oh, yes, he is. He is your son. LED flasher oscillator. Kind of interesting how we went, further into the box, and that last bag seemed like it was some of the older things. As is this. Are these pogos? No, they're just test points. These are fairly old as well. I don't even know what that is. Oh. Okay. Alright, one last bag. have Chick-fil-A's in that state that this is from? Ooh, that smells old. Oh, look! It's something that was made with that box. Oh, it's like a little power supply. Beauty! Oh, it smells old. Oh, you can smell the enamel. So that thing has had a hard life. Yeah. The enamel of the wires. Yeah, look at this dichotomy. Well, maybe that's not the right word. And look at this, the age range of these parts. You've got something from like the 70s. Oh yeah, it's been well loved. And then some rocker switches. Create. Well, I mean, it's consistently packaged. Oh, here's a bag within a bag, like a wheel within a wheel. More rocker switches. Rotary switch, C-cell pack, terminals. Oh, oh, look at that. Old school beauty. Bob's your uncle. What a win. Oh, I guess people liked it, but oh, wow. Oh, that's old school. Look at that. That is really old school. That's plastic. Wait. High temperature plastic. That's not a PCB. Oh man, that's crazy. He's so crazy, I want to have your baby. What the heck is this? What is this? Other old school Rolaids. That one is, oh, they're both plastic, okay. Oh, magnetic reed switches. That's what they are. Yeah, I think I might want to like take a closer look. So I think it'd be cool if we could try to fire up one of these LED displays. Wait, light emitting diode display. Okay, that's not redundant. LCD display would be redundant. Like the Sahara Desert. It's upside down puke cam. I like this. This is old school. This is like from the 70s. Makes me think of like one of those Kim kits, you know, like try out the new CPU from Intel. Yeah, so I might actually use this for something because I'm thinking I should try to make a calculator, like a simple calculator with what we have here. I wonder what the purpose of this was. Let's take a look inside. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can do anything except get a date. It is my fate when I'm in space. Geordie LaForge, Space Incel. Okay, well, the best I can guess is that this was supposed to be some sort of variable resistor array, like a decade box. Kind of like one of these where you can basically dial a value. Yeah, because I'm assuming that's the common. I wonder if someday somebody will be looking at my leftover gizmos and trying to figure out what I was doing. Someday. Someday, yeah. Walk in the rain of a beautiful sun. So that one goes there. But wait, that's weird because that would disconnect the black. Oh no, the black one goes there. Oh, it's going to two places. Oh, I see. Yeah, I bet that's what this was supposed to be in, well, as evidenced by all the resistors in it. Yeah, it seems like maybe they started this and then they're like, oh wait, that doesn't quite make sense. And then they never finished it. Well, maybe I could finish it. Make a thumbnail. It's like the unfinished symphony of something. Oh yeah, and then, well, for one thing, you would probably want a knob with an arrow on it so you knew what the resistance was. But I could laser cut that. Yeah. Because I'm thinking what you'd probably want this to do is you could have coarse values on one knob and then fine values on the other. Or maybe, see, I'm not exactly sure what the switch is even for. But it's got the banana plugs. So let's see. Just go whoop, whoop, just like that. Or, you know, you could attach from the side. Okay, well, yeah, maybe I'll do that. All right. This thing, it's obviously a power supply. But what kind of power supply? Let's plug it in. Don't explode, don't explode, don't explode. Very dim LED. Up is on, that makes sense. Okay, guess the voltage. I'm gonna guess 5 or 12. And the answer is 5. Of course we have to take a look inside. Ah, but there's gonna be a big, oh yeah, there's gonna be a transformer in there. Look, it's a louvered box. This louvered box is so beautiful. It should be in the... I'll just let you finish that below. I'm not even gonna finish that dad joke. Oh, that's got a vintage smell. It still works. It's got that same kind of plastic circuit board that we saw on that keyboard. Anyway, let's see. Do they have... This doesn't have ground, does it? No, I think it was just neutral and hot. Yeah. Well, they do have a ground wire, but it's going to the case, although that doesn't really do anything because there's no ground going to the plug. Yeah, so then you've got a bridge rectifier here. So that basically converts it from AC to DC. Pretty beefy caps, and then old school 5-volt regulator. Pretty simple. Oh, and then they got the resistor going to the LED, but they picked too high of a value. Oh, so what, you're just critiquing this stuff now, Ben? It's like, yeah, I guess I am. I don't know. Well, depending on the load, I'm not sure how hot this would get. Oh, I'm sorry. The green wires are the output from the transformer. So we see the transformer is 6.3 volts, 1.2 amps. Yeah, that's actually a pretty close dropout for this regulator, especially for something so old, because I think we talked about dropouts before. You know, you'd be looking at, you know, the minimum voltage that it takes to make a regulator work. So, yeah, well, maybe 6.3 isn't that low, but it's kind of low. I don't know, maybe I should rebuild it with a better plug. Like a better plug and then grounding. Because you've got this big metal box, but there isn't actually an earth ground to your house. I've been future-proofing my garage. Actually, this is the first day in like 5 days I've actually sat inside and just got caught up on other projects. Been doing so much work outside. Yeah, the driveway is getting redone. It's in 2 steps. They rip it up and then they put a new one down. The rip-up step is a week from today, which means anything I want to change in the ground between my house and my driveway I have to do by next Monday. I'm pretty close, although I'm doing a few more tweaks, but yeah, I'm kind of wanting to future-proof it. Anyway, so things like grounding and whatnot has been on my mind a lot. Yeah, this isn't even a polarized plug, or is it? No, it's not. Yeah, because without a polarized plug, you don't know which one is hot. I wonder if this guy's going to watch this video and be like, I can't believe he's doing all this. Well, I mean, I don't know. What do you expect? It's me. Oh, this is smart. He's got little nuts here on the banana plugs. So you should be able to remove the circuit board without removing the banana plugs. Except for hitting that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, then you should be able to just slide this off. Yes, the boo box. Yeah, most of that old musk. Oh, that's just coming from the LED. Okay, that's not a big deal. Most of that old musk is coming from the... Well, all of it is coming from the transformer because it smells like enamel wire. It's weird that he used this post thing here. I wonder why. I wonder why he did it that way. Oh, he soldered it and wire nutted it. Oh, except for that one he didn't. Oh no, never mind. Why did that look like, oh, because there is solder on it. Oh, you get a strain relief tied up, that's good. Strain relief. You've just been relieved. Get to the chopper! Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Just like the light of a new day, it hit me from out of the blue, knocking me out of the spell I was in, making all of my wishes come true. Did he wish to be the greatest American superhero? Well, I guess, yeah, maybe that makes sense. But, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. That was the saying of old Uncle Ben. If you missed it, don't worry, you'll hear the line again and again and again. So I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan. He still made all the best superhero movies. Marvel has not yet made a movie as good as Spider-Man 2. Butterfingers. Let's see. Oh, I see. He tinned the end of the wire so it wouldn't separate. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, is this switch even volted for... Oh, no! Did I say volted? It failed! It's a Bobby Lose! Well, anyway, so we'll take the hot. Connect hot to the switch. Like so. Need the big wire nut on that one. There we go. I'm gonna have to fix this solder junction. Oh, I had another one. Another YouTube related song. Driving around the South looking for some crap. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Wait, was it crap or was it something else? Driving around the South looking for some crap. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Big box games and things wood grain. Driving around the South looking for some stuff. Stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Stuff rhymes with enough. Driving around the South looking for some stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Big box PC games and wood grain stuff. Driving around the South looking for some stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Big box games, wood grain. Driving around the South looking for some stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Big box games. Driving around the South looking for some stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Big box games, wood grain frames, and driving around the South looking for some stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Big box games, wooden frames, it's never enough. I don't know what I will do. Driving around the South looking for some stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Wood. Big box games. Big box games, wooden frames is never enough. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Driving around the South looking for some stuff. Don't know what I'm gonna do. No, wait, what? No. I messed that up. Driving around the South looking for some stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Oh, Big box games, wood game frames. Big box games, big box games and wooden frames. Big box games, wooden frames, it's never enough. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, so I'm gonna attach ground so that it connects to the main casing through this nut and this frame. So ground, the purpose of ground is basically if there's some sort of catastrophic failure, like the movie Cats. Well, it's taking a lot of solder outs because this is old. Your favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie. Okay, then we'll also connect that to ground in the circuit. Driving around the South looking for some stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Big box games, wooden frames, it's never enough. Big box games and wood grain frames is never enough. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I already have the bridge figured out. Driving round the south looking for some stuff. Don't know what I'm gonna... No. Driving round the south looking for some stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Do. Big box games, wooden frames is never enough. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's see. That is ground right there. It's also going to the negative of... Or the... It's also going to the frame of the can for the regulator. Oh, I could probably use one of those spade connectors I found. Oh, okay, I think I got it. The resistor was only 75 ohms. I guess this LED, maybe it just lived too long. I'll put a new one in, but it won't be blue. Driving around the south looking for some stuff. Gonna hit a Goodwill or two. Big box games, wooden frames is never enough. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Back in the LGGR. You don't know how lucky you are, boy. Back in the LGGR. Dun, 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 dun. Those East Coast girls really get their kicks when they see what you bought in the store. Ah, woo, they drop their panties for a 486. And when it comes around, they're asking for more. Back in the LG, back in the LG, back in the LGGR. All right, so the resistor wasn't the issue. It was the LED itself. So I'll just put the same resistor back in. That'll save me what? 1/10 of a cent? Although these days, with component shortages in these unprecedented times, well, I guess they are. What's that famous curse? May you live in interesting times. Okay, hooked it up the same, except for now we know which one is hot. Coming off of AC, it's going into this toggle switch. Then we have the ground connected to the chassis, and the ground or earth wire coming from the house. Yep, there. Oh, is that gonna be a problem with the transformer in the frame like that? Alright, let's try not to blow up the house. And boom, 5.8 volts. Great. And the LED is visible this time. Let me see if I can get one of these displays to light up. It's probably a common cathode or anode for every segment, and then what is it? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So 7 segments. Oh, there's something. Okay, so this tells us this is a common cathode, and that this is the what would that be? A, B, C segment. If you go to that common cathode and we hit other ones. Oh, yep, there's the other segments. Cool, all right, I should be able to map it out from here. Seems like it's every other line hooks up to a common, well, it's like segment, common cathode digit, segment, common cathode digit. So we go this one, skip 2, skip 2, skip 2. I was thinking about driving this with a decade counter. That's a circuit or integrated circuit where every time you give it a pulse, it increments up to 10 and then it resets. I have some here, but looking at the data sheets, it looks like it outputs a positive pulse, which means I couldn't use that to drive the common cathode unless I put it through an inverter, which would then add a chip, brute forcing it with something with more I/O, like maybe an old Arduino Uno or something. Because what you do is you have the 7 segments, well, 8 if you include the decimal point. You drive that, and then you go boom, 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 boom. You change each common cathode from 1 to a 0, and that basically indicates which digit is on, and then you do that very rapidly, and it creates the illusion or the persistence of vision in your eyes of all the digits being, solid. Now let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 digits on this. That's pretty fancy, although the leftmost digit doesn't seem to work, which gives us 10 digits. So the question is, how do we drive it? Maybe just for a demo, we could use a pair of 595 shift registers. We can use one to drive the segments and the other one to drive the common cathode. So we just send out 16 bits, and that would control, for lack of a better word, the rows and columns. Yeah, if we can do everything with shift registers, then we could drive this screen using a potato. They make LED segment drivers. I think Maxim makes it. I think I have everything I need here. I've got the 2 shift registers. I'm just going to go with 8 digits. So I've got the first one is driving the segments, and the second one is driving the columns or the common cathode. So this one, for instance, if it has an 8-bit output, all the bits will be high except for one will be low, and that'll be the active segment to be displayed. I've got a test rig ready here. I've got an Atmel 412 microcontroller, I believe. We talked about that in a previous video. Then I'm going to hook that up to these shift registers. All I need is a SPI bus, so this should work. And then we'll see if we can get the display to display some numbers. Oh, I forgot the trick with these breadboards. The power rails on the sides, they don't go all the way across. You actually have to put a jumper here. Yeah, but I got one character. I just randomly typed in some data, so cool. All right, let's work on the code and actually get some numbers on the display. SPI send. Okay, so this one tells it what row to draw, and this one tells it what character to draw. So AA ended up being that bracket thing that we saw. That's great. And then this set and clear, that pulls the latch to make the data appear, and then we do it once every millisecond. We can do it faster than that if we want. Okay, so if we want to make all the digits show up, let's see. Well, let's do it as fast as possible. So let's get rid of the delay. So which digit is 0? So we take 1, we bit shift it, which digit to the left, which would be 0 to start, or a maximum of 7. And then the tilde means that we're inverting whatever this is. So then down here we'll do if which digit equals 8, then we will reset it. That should give us a full row of 8 characters. Oh, see how it got darker? That's because it's being multiplexed. We're only getting 6. Oh, I see what I did. See how I staggered the resistors to the other side? I must have accidentally, I staggered the column sync to the other side as well. There's your problem. Bud, seriously. Oh, this is the start of my 2-week vacation. They're supposed to come today and rip up my driveway. Yeah, I'm not sure when they're actually going to get here. So the display is going to be, this is going to be what's actually on the screen. Let's see, 0 to 9, so 10. So I'm going to have the 10th character actually be a space, so no character. So this is what's on the screen. This is indices of what appears in each position. So it'll be 5 blank spaces and then a 1, 2, 3. And then we actually need something to actually create the characters. Okay, and obviously there's, well, come on, Ben. There's 10 of them. Yeah, okay, now I need to figure out the bit patterns. This is how the segments are labeled. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then decimal point. This shows one of these standard displays, so see how it's segment C, H, A, E, D, G, B, F, so it's a bit random. Yeah, but I think I stuffed those bits pretty much in a straight line, so I should be able to use this to come up with the bit patterns pretty easily. Oh, okay, so that's the rightmost part. And then, so the MSB would be segment C. All right. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th is, remember, blank, so that's just all zeros. All right, so I'm going to start with all the bits on, so an 8, except for the bit that does the decimal point, because we don't really need that yet. Then I can build up from there. So I'll just basically create zeros where I don't want there to be segments. Okay, so like to make a 1, let's see, all I want are B and C are the MSB and the second LSB. So I just go dun, 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 and that should make a 1. And yep, there's a 1. Easy. Now I'll do the rest. Cool, there's the complete bit pattern for Numbers. I guess I could put hex characters in here as well, like A, B, C, D, E. You can make those with 7-segment pretty easily. All right, there you go. That's how you can drive one of these old school LED displays. They also make custom circuits for it, like Maxim has some LED driver chips. I probably have some. I know I've used them before. I just don't know where they went. So I just had to, do this manually. But yeah, it's pretty easy to do. I wonder, well, actually, no, this is a gap of like, what, 1 millisecond? No, I removed the gap. Okay, so this is full speed. Let's see, I'm going to delay it excessively. All right, let me resend it. See, that's what's actually happening. So if you were like a super robot from the future and you looked at a calculator, that's what you'd see. It's when I was a kid, I always noticed vibrations would cause the segments in my alarm clock to dance. And I always wondered why that was. I thought I was like in a simulation or something, but and not many years later, now I know why that happened, is because the characters were being updated at a high frequency like this, and your eyes have a persistence of vision. So if there's a vibration, like if you go like with your mouth, you'll see the characters dance because it's basically shaking your eyeballs slightly, and so the persistence of vision, kind of like phosphors on a CRT television, the persistence of vision in your eyes causes the offset to change, and so they kind of stick in different positions, making them look jumbled. It's kind of crazy. 1 millisecond, so times 8. The camera might not be able to see it, but I should be able to see it. Yeah, if I do that, they dance. 10 should be visible. See, you can see the strobing effect on the camera because the camera has a rolling shutter. But as a human, I look at it and it just looks like the whole thing is blinking. I can't see the individual blinking. Yeah, so that means it takes 80 milliseconds to complete one cycle, which is, what, about 12 hertz? Well, one thing you can do, though, I don't know if the camera would show it up, but you kind of want to leave each character on as long as you can to make it look brighter. Now, there's one millisecond per character. Is it any different if we go down to no gap whatsoever? No perceivable difference. Okay, there you have it. We used a modern microcontroller and some logic to drive an old school LED display. I thought about making this into a calculator, but I have a project that I've been working on slowly to make a programmer's calculator. A lot of these calculators do have like binary and hex, but I wanted to make a dedicated calculator for it. I wanted to have it done for Vintage Computer Festival Midwest, but I didn't get around to it, so maybe next year. So I guess my point is I'm going to save my calculator building time for that. So I guess we'll see you in the next video.